That thin, loud crunch in a Lay's chip is not an accident. It's the result of a factory process that treats potatoes like a science project. Measuring water, controlling sugar, slicing with extreme precision, and frying in a way that makes every chip feel the same in your mouth. A potato is heavy, wet, and muddy. A potato chip is light, dry, and fragile. So the factory has one mission: remove water fast without burning the potato and without turning the chips into crumbs. Here's how it happens, step by step. The right potatoes are not random. Not every potato becomes a great chip. For chips, factories prefer potatoes that are high in starch for a dry, crisp bite, low in sugar to avoid dark, bitter chips, firm and evenly shaped for smooth slicing. If a potato has too much sugar, it browns too fast in hot oil. That gives you chips that look overcooked, even when they're not. So before potatoes even reach the slicing blades, the factory is already thinking about color and crunch. Storage keeps potatoes stable. Potatoes are living things. They breathe. They change over time. If storage is too warm, potatoes can sprout and soften. If storage is too cold, their natural sugars can rise, and that causes dark chips during frying. So chip potatoes are stored under controlled conditions: cool air, steady humidity, darkness. The factory wants potatoes to stay calm and stable until it's time to cook them. The first big wash: mud out, problems out. When the potatoes arrive at the factory, they look nothing like a snack. They can carry dirt, tiny stones, plant bits, rough skins. They drop onto conveyors and move into washing systems. Many factories use water flumes, brush washers, and strong spray jets. This wash matters for two reasons. Clean potatoes protect the machines. Clean potatoes make better chips. No bitter dirt taste. No dark spots caused by debris. Quick testing, checking how this batch will fry. Here's something most people don't realize. The factory does not fry every potato the same way. Different batches have different water and starch levels. That changes how fast they cook and how fast they dry. So, quality teams test potatoes before full production. They may check moisture/starch balance. Sugar level, because sugar affects browning. If results show higher water, chips may need slightly different frying time. If sugar is high, the batch might be used differently, blended or handled with extra control to avoid dark chips. The goal is simple: keep chips golden, not brown. Peeling: fast, rough, and controlled. Next comes peeling. Factories often use abrasive peelers, big machines that tumble potatoes against rough surfaces, while water sprays wash the skins away. It looks aggressive, but it's designed to remove skin quickly without wasting too much potato. Peels are collected and usually reused, often as animal feed or compost material. Nothing fancy, just smart waste control. Camera inspection. Bad potatoes get kicked out. Now the potatoes are clean and peeled. But the factory still doesn't trust them. High-speed cameras scan potatoes as they roll forward. The system looks for dark bruises, rot, deep defects, weird discoloration. If a potato fails, it gets removed instantly, often by a quick mechanical arm or air push. This is why a bag of chips looks so consistent. The ugly potatoes don't get the chance to become ugly chips. Size sorting, because slicing needs consistency. Some potatoes are small, some are big. But slicing equipment works best when potatoes are within a certain size range. So factories often sort by size. Smaller potatoes may be routed differently. Larger potatoes move towards slicing. Extra large ones may be cut in half to feed smoothly into slicers. This keeps chip size and shape more consistent and helps stop jams. Slicing, where the chip is born, this is the moment everything changes. Potatoes drop into industrial slicers where razor-sharp blades cut them into thin, even slices in a split second. That thickness matters a lot. Too thick equals not crisp. More hard to dry, too thin equals weak chip. Folds, breaks, burns easily. The factory aims for thin enough to crisp, strong enough to survive. For classic chips, blades cut straight slices. For wavy chips, the blade has a ridged shape to create the ripple texture. This is also where the factory speed becomes insane. Potatoes turn into a storm of slices almost instantly, rinsing off starch so chips don't glue together. Fresh potato slices release surface starch. That starch is sticky. If you fry slices with too much surface starch, they can stick together, they can cook unevenly, they can turn patchy, so slices go through rinsing channels and wash baths. Water removes extra starch from the surface. Think of it like washing flour off your hands. You're not removing the potato, just cleaning the outside so the frying step works cleanly. Drying, water is the enemy of crisp. Frying is basically a water removal mission. But before slices go into hot oil, the factory removes extra surface water using air knives, strong air blasts, vibrating dewatering belts, suction systems. Less surface water means less oil splatter, more even frying, better crunch, fewer broken chips. This step is quiet but powerful. It improves everything that comes after. The continuous fryer, where the crunch is built. Now the slices enter a long fryer filled with hot cooking oil. Inside the fryer, something important happens. Water inside the potato turns into steam and escapes the slice dries from the inside. The chip becomes light and crisp. The chip color slowly turns golden oil temperature and time are controlled carefully. If it's too hot, chips burn and taste bitter. If it's too cool, chips absorb more oil and feel greasy. Factories also manage the oil quality all day. Oil is filtered, refreshed, and monitored because oil affects flavor. Bad oil equals bad chips, no matter what. Gentle handling, chips break easily now. After frying, chips are fragile. One hard drop can turn chips into dust. So, factories use systems designed for delicate movement. Vibrating conveyors instead of rough belts, controlled drops instead of big falls, smooth transfers with minimal impact. It looks like the chips are floating or shuffling forward. That's on purpose. The goal, whole chips, not a bag of crumbs. Optical sorting, burnt chips get removed at speed. Even with perfect control, not every chip comes out perfect. So, chips pass under optical scanners that check color. If a chip is too dark, it gets removed instantly, often by a quick airburst that shoots it off the line. This happens extremely fast, constantly. That's why your bag is mostly golden chips, not random burnt ones. Seasoning, flavor gets locked on while chips are warm. Now the chips are hot, dry, and ready. They drop into rotating seasoning drums. As the drum turns, seasoning powder is sprinkled in a controlled flow. Chips tumble gently, both sides get coated evenly. Classic chips may use just salt. Flavored chips use spice blends that can include tangy powders, smoky seasoning onion/garlic notes, chili blends. The key is timing. Seasoning sticks best when chips still carry a little surface warmth and oil. Weighing, every bag must match the label. Next, the chips move to multi-head weighing machines. These machines do a smart trick. They fill many small buckets with chips. A computer instantly picks the best bucket combination. It drops the exact target weight into a bag. This helps portion sizes stay accurate without crushing chips. Bagging with nitrogen, keeping chips fresh and protected. This part is famous. The air in the bag is not regular air. Many chip factories flush the bag with nitrogen before sealing. Nitrogen helps because it pushes out oxygen. Oxygen makes chips go stale faster. It helps protect flavor. It creates a cushion so chips don't crush during transport. Then the bag is heat-sealed shut. That sealed bag is basically a protective bubble for fragile chips. Boxing and shipping. Factory speed to store shelves. Finally, bags are packed into boxes. Some plants use people. Some plants use robots with suction cups that lift bags gently and place them into cartons. Boxes are stacked on pallets, wrapped tightly and sent to warehouses and trucks. From there, they travel to stores, and eventually to your hands. Final wrap. A Lay's chip is not just a potato, it's a controlled process. Choose the right potatoes, wash, peel, inspect, slice, rinse, dry, fry, sort, season, weigh, nitrogen seal, and ship, without breaking the chips along the way. That's why the crunch feels so consistent. The factory is built to remove randomness. That's how a muddy potato turns into a chip that disappears in seconds. If you like factory food secrets explained clearly, subscribe to Captain Factory. Next up, another snack that looks simple, but has a process you won't expect.